me begin here by sharing an interesting interaction that I had with my younger daughter 3 years ago when she was 8 years old. She asked me, Papa, can I test your general knowledge? Well, I said, go ahead. And then she asked, Papa, which is the tallest mountain on this earth? And before I share what I answered, let me ask all of you, which is the tallest mountain on this earth? Anyone? Yeah. This is what I answered. Mount Everest. And she said, Papa, even Google will say the same, that Mount Everest is the tallest mountain with 8,800 plus meters of height. But this is incorrect. I was puzzled. And she continued that there is one more mountain on this earth called Mauna Kea in Hawaii, whose height is 10,200 plus meters. And I checked. She was right. While our conversation ended there, but this made me very curious. I did further research. And what I found was that Mauna Kea is 60% inside the sea and only 40% above the sea. And this is where Mauna Kea lost the battle, because the rule is that the height of mountains has to be measured from sea level. Now the question is, so what? This is fact. And this is the rule. But the point out here is that for a moment, if we consider Mauna Kea human, will he not say, why are you doing this with me? I am the tallest. I have that recognition. Why are you depriving me of that? Just because you cannot see a portion of me through normal eyes, you're taking away that recognition from me. And why I'm telling you this? Because this is exactly the topic I have, that there are so many invisible threats in front of us, around us, which we are not able to see through normal eyes, and they suffer. And by the way, this is not just about mountains. It is very much about humans as well. And for this, let me tell you the story of Ram, my friend Ram. Let me acknowledge, name is fictional, story is real. Some years ago, we made a dinner program. And I was waiting for him below his office. He was late. I was waiting. And then he came, visibly disturbed, very tensed. I asked, what happened? And he said, very softly, Manoj, I have been ignored once again. I have been sidelined once again. I was trying to understand what is he saying. And then he tells me, Manoj, I have not got that promotion once again. I knew that he was looking at that promotion for many years, and he's telling me he hasn't got that. And I was trying to console him, but he says, Manoj, I met every KPI. I met every goal. My feedback was fantastic. Everyone around me tells me I do a great job. Be my boss or be my super boss. But I haven't got the promotion. And then there was a long silence. And then very softly he says, there is an irony. I said, what? And then he tells, this year, our company got a crucial project. We were to bid for that. And my another colleague was working on it. Let's for a moment call that colleague Balram. He said, Balram came to him. And he said, Balram says that, Ram, I need your help. And Ram said, knowingly that it will take a lot of my time, I said yes, because I know it's a crucial project. And then he started to help. And then he said, when I was helping, I realized a lot of things are still missing. And I ran around for him, getting all the possible information from every possible resource I had. Resourcing, which is very important to define because project can be delivered only when you have resources. I ran around to get them resources. And one weekend, we suddenly realized the financial number is wrong. We need to do some modeling. Finance person is on leave. I spent my weekend doing that modeling for them. Finally, I'm happy with all the hard work. It could be submitted. And best part, company won that way. Everyone was benefited. And then again, we took a long pause. And then they said, you know what? Balram has got the promotion. But I have no grudges against Balram because his name was there as a project leader. Company has recognized him, and now it opted to ignore me. And when I realized that story today, it was that exact monarchy of Ram because as he was getting invisible, he was becoming invisible under the visible success of Balram. While I could not help that day because it was his organization matter, but I took this pledge and challenge that I will be that conscious leader who would try his best to understand every visible and invisible recognition and effort so that nobody ever feels like that. But it's easy said than done. Just because I'm saying here this particular line, it doesn't mean I have not done the mistake. Let me be a bit vulnerable here. Because at some point of time, even I ignored some invisible threats. And this happened where I was having a conversation with one of my mentor, and the topic was, what are the strengths our different team members have? And very soon, topic turned towards me. And my mentor asked me, Manoj, what do you think? What is your top strength? I said, well, I think I've been working in corporate world for last many, many years. And I've been managing big teams. So I think I know team dynamics. I'm a good team leader. I connect well with people. And this is what the feedback I keep getting. And then he said, what do you think? What is the source of your strength? And honestly, when he asked me that question, with almost pride, with my chest down, I said, I think it's me. I'm born with this. I said, interesting. Let's discuss more. And that day, we had conversation for hours. 20 memory lane, peeled so many layers. That's when I realized, oh God, how can I miss this? I have grown in a joint family with 21 of us in one house. My grandparents, my parents, uncle, auntie, 11 of us as sibling brothers, sisters. All along, I had my childhood memory as a loving and fond memory, but I never realized that every day in my childhood was MBA in human behavior. How? Let's consider this for a moment. Imagine one house, 11 children, they need to get ready in the morning. All need to go to school. One washroom, all queuing up. Some bribery is natural. And let's say, I'll go first, I'll go first, I'll go first. And then think the so called managers, I mean the parents, they will come forward so gracefully and manage that situation, knowing there are limited means and will make it happen and nobody will get late. And then ladies of the house who are still very good friends, but conflict is bound to happen. Then my grandmom coming and becoming that resolution manager. Those friends, everyone in family has different strength. One of my uncle, very good in dancing, very good in engaging people. He'll be that engagement manager. My another uncle, who has very good knowledge of market, will be that person who will always buy the groceries, be that procurement guy. Someone good in finance, he will guide the finances of the house. The point is, nobody is inferior, nobody is superior. Everyone is equal. Get their space in the family. And then that weekend drama. when we all are at home and everybody needs space and house as per their orientation. Children want to play, elders want to rest, ladies want to gossip. While the orientation is different, again a collapse can happen. But no, because that's where the mantra of my grandmom comes. No matter what, we need to stay together. And that becomes that binding force for all of us, like a vision for the teams, for the organization. For a significant part of my career, I kept thinking that if I've been successful in managing teams, it's because of me. And I did not give this credit to my family members who were the invisible threats in my success. And let me do this in front of all of you here. Well, be it Ram, be it me, or be it anyone, or be it you, it can happen. Because it's very difficult to see the invisible. Even my complete career of 25 years tells me that, well, it's easy to say, easy to tell people, but it's very difficult to check what is invisible because it's invisible. You need something special, but it's not impossible. And what has been helping me out here all along is meditation. Yes, you heard it right. Meditation. Because when you talk about meditation, you're talking about energy. And energy, when you focus on it, it's get aligned. And when energy is aligned, awareness is created. And when awareness is created, you naturally become calm. When you naturally become calm, your observant skills increase. And when your observant skills increase, you will see the invisible. Well, it's not just me who say this. It's everyone who practice the meditation says. And even science says that someone who do meditation has very balanced mind and brain. Because when you're doing meditation, the brain and heart wave come together. And those who want to really understand more, best way to understand meditation is experience it, not just talk about it. In the last few minutes of my narrative, I'll come back to where I started, conversation with my daughter. But that day, innocently, she asked me that question, and it was from her bank of interesting facts. But that became a lifelong learning for me because Mauna Kea is not just a mountain. It is very much that human being who is around us, in front of us, behind us. We are not acknowledging. It could very much be that office colleague who is glued to our success and we are not seeing him. It can very well be that family member who love us silently and we are saying, oh, it's not enough. And let me leave you all with this final thought. And for that, if I can request you all to close your eyes. Yes, if you can close your eyes. And with me, if you can breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. And now think, what are those invisible threats in your life which you are ignoring? Or in the narrative I just mentioned, who is the Mauna Kea in your life you need to acknowledge? You can open your eyes and thank you.